Good day, everybody. Welcome to today's video. Today's video, we got a P1867, which is a common issue on 2004 to 2020 F-150 pickup trucks, is that the transfer case fails to shift properly. And this involves changing out the transfer case electric motor. The first thing you got to do is remove the skid plate, and that's held on by 4 bolts. Really easy to take off. They're 13 millimeter. And once you get them out, just drop the plate down. Now, the electrical plug, you just squeeze the tab and then pull it apart. That part's pretty easy. If you find it's pretty tight, you can spray the electrical connection with WD-40. Now we need to remove that blue wire, but before we can remove the blue wire, we gotta pull that locking clip out, because that's what keeps the wires locked in place. And then I'm gonna take my little screwdriver. It can be a little bit of a struggle. I think a pick would probably work out better, but there's a little tab, and I'm going to show you that pretty quick. You just kind of have to like pull that tab back a little bit and then pull the wire through. But I'm just kind of having a little bit of a struggle just trying to attach. And now on the new plug, you can see the tabs where I'm talking about. You just got to like just pry those out a bit and the wire just comes out. Now, there's 4 bolts that hold the transfer case motor in place. And those are, I believe, a 10 millimeter. And I just use my impact gun on low power just to make sure I don't strip anything in the aluminum housing. And once all the bolts are taken out, it will be pretty easy, hopefully, to remove the transfer case motor. You might have to use like a little pry bar, something to bust it free if it's stuck. But for me, everything just came out easy peasy. Now the tricky part is, depending on what your transfer case mode is, this one here failed in 2-wheel drive, so I didn't have to do nothing. But there is only one way that the new motor can go back in, and I just lined her up, put the 4 bolts back in, and then tighten them up. Now you need to stick the blue wire back in the same spot that it was in the old plug, otherwise it's not going to work. And once you get that blue wire back in place, you need to put that red wire retainer back in. And that only goes one way, as I just found out. I tried to stick it in and it wouldn't go, so I had to flip it around and it fits. And I'm just going to push it back even further to make sure. Plug it back in, double check that it's locked, and then apply it on that little stand there. It's got like a little push tab and it goes on there. I just wrap that other wire around, not a big huge deal. And then congratulations, your transfer case motor is installed. Putting the skid pan back on, and then we're going to do some testing. I'm using my Hotel 906 BT scanner. What I did right there is just got him to shift in 4-wheel drive high. If you look on the scanner tablet, it says 4-wheel drive high. And I'm just getting him to drive a little bit. The 4-wheel drive clutch status says no fault, which is good. Because one thing you gotta do is make sure that you can shift in and out, is the absolute. So 4-wheel drive works. So now I got him stopped in 2-wheel drive. Got him to put it in neutral. Shifted to 4x4 low. As you can see, the command on the scanner said shift to 4-wheel drive low. 4-wheel drive mode also says low. And now going for a quick drive on that, make sure everything's good. And his 4x4 is shifting again properly, where before it would make all sorts of noise and racket because it wasn't engaging properly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.